The Pokemon anime just pulled one of the strangest, funniest, and most controversial fake-outs I think I've ever seen, and the entire community is reacting to it right now, because the brand new trailer for the Wonder Voyage arc of Pokemon Horizons just dropped, and somehow in just a few seconds of footage it sparked a massive drama in the fanbase. Some fans think it's hilarious, some fans are genuinely annoyed and feel like they were straight up baited, but what actually happened here? In this video we're gonna get into it. So first of all, for a bit of context, the Wonder Voyage arc is basically the next phase of Pokemon Horizons. It's not continuing the main storyline, that's already concluded in the previous episode, and Wonder Voyage feels way more like a relaxed, exploratory arc where the characters can travel, try new things, and just exist in the Pokemon world after everything that happened in Laqua. Kind of like an epilogue to the main story of 3 years. But there's one moment in that trailer that completely took over the conversation, and it's literally a shot that lasts like a second at the most. The trailer shows what looks like Liko and Dot standing there, and they have Mega Evolutions. Mega Raichu X and Mega Raichu Y. And the second fans saw that, the community just exploded, because if you've been following Horizons, then you probably know that the biggest criticism of the anime since the time skip is how unbalanced things feel between the characters, especially how much the boys have been getting compared to Liko and Dot in terms of Mega Evolutions. You see, somehow Roy has 3 Mega Evolutions, Mega Lucario, Mega Lucario Z, and Mega Rayquaza, and then Alt has 2 Mega Evolutions, Mega Dragonite and Mega Sableye. Heck, even Freed has 2 Mega Evolutions, and he's barely been present since the time skip. Mega Charizard and Mega Starmie. So Roy having 3, Alt and Freed having 2 each, meanwhile Liko and Dot have 0 Mega Evolutions, not a single one. That has been a huge talking point in the community, like genuinely one of the biggest ongoing criticisms in a long time. There's been so many discussions about how Liko and Dot are being totally sidelined, that the characters are being done dirty or even ruined. Some fans have even gone as far as calling it straight up sexism from the writers, how the boys get everything and the girls get nothing. And for me personally, I don't quite think it's that simple, or that one character getting one thing means another character has to get something too, and I really don't think it's sexism. I don't think the writers are sexist. But I do agree that Liko especially has been kinda sidelined, especially in the Rising Again arc. Either way though, naturally when people saw what looked like Liko and Dot finally getting Mega Evolutions in the new preview trailer, a lot of fans were excited and celebrating. It looked like we were finally getting a payoff to months of complaints, like the writers were finally fixing one of the biggest criticisms, finally giving Liko and Dot Mega Evolutions. So then imagine everybody's shock when they went back and rewatched the trailer and actually paused it to look at it properly, just to notice that Liko and Dot's designs are slightly off, and it's definitely more than just an animation error, because in actuality that's not Liko and Dot, it's 2 imposters cosplaying Liko and Dot, and they're the ones with the Mega Raichus, meaning Liko and Dot still don't have Mega Evolutions. And I've got to be honest, I kind of respect and praise whoever came up with the idea to briefly show it in the preview trailer, because that's kinda genius, man. Showing the shot quickly enough that people assume it's Liko and Dot because they don't get long enough to look at it properly, just for everyone to realise later on that it's imposters, doppelgangers, not actually Liko and Dot. They tricked us real good here, man. And it feels like the right kind of fake out, because the entire point of an imposter storyline is that people get tricked by it, you know? And in this case, they even managed to trick the audience too, very briefly. But unfortunately, this is where the reactions really split down the middle in the community, because some folks just found it funny like I did, but other folks really didn't like it. They felt like it was a bait and switch, like it was kind of disrespectful, you know, misleading the fans in that way. Especially from those fans' perspectives, they've been begging for Liko and Dot to get Mega Evolutions for like a year now, so then for the trailer to show what looks like that finally happening, only to reveal it's a trick and it's not actually happening, I can see why some people feel a tiny bit annoyed. But unfortunately, slight annoyance is kind of putting it lightly from some of the fans I've seen, because some people have really taken it to another level. Because some fans are saying it wasn't just a coincidence, that they think the writers are actually making fun of the audience through this. That the entire concept of the doppelganger imposter thing is basically the writers taking a jab at the people who have been asking for Liko and Dot to get Mega Evolutions. Like the writers said, "Oh, you want Mega Evolutions for Liko and Dot? We hear you, we hear you. Here you go, have them." Haha, psych. Like the writers are purposely making fun of those fans for wanting Liko and Dot to get Mega Evolutions. And I must admit, it is a really crazy coincidence that lines up really weirdly close. So I guess from a certain perspective I can maybe very slightly see where those fans are coming from, but realistically I really do not think that's what's happening. I do not think the writers are taking a jab at their own fans. Like, let's be real for a second. you've got to remember how far ahead anime production works. Because this episode, which by the way is titled Enter the Fake Rising Voltacklers and airing on May the 29th, it would have started production ages ago, maybe like half a year ago or even up to a year. They almost certainly wrote the episode way before fans started criticising Liko and Dot not getting Mega Evolutions. So the idea that the writers saw that backlash recently and then quickly went back and inserted this entire episode just to mock their own fans, it makes no sense logistically. Plus, these are professional writers, do you really think they're going to insult their own fanbase like that? They probably just wanted to do a comedic doppelganger storyline while also introducing more new Mega Evolutions. The anime has always loved a good doppelganger storyline, we even got one throughout Horizons. So for that reason, I find it really interesting that they're wanting to do another one. It makes me think they're going to use it to try and tell us something, you know, to try and highlight something. Specifically how the Rising Voltacklers are viewed in the world now after what happened in Lakwa. The fact that they have their own imposters, doppelgangers, superfans, copycats, it makes me think our heroes are like celebrities or like beloved figures in the world now. They're no longer criminals or hated, it's the polar opposite. So in that sense, I'm actually kind of excited to see how it goes. It reminds me of Ash being recognised and crowded by fans after he won the World Championship. I'm also excited to see whether we get a fake Freed, a fake Roy, a fake Ult as well. But yeah, the Pokemon anime truly did trick everyone with this. And I think the reactions being so mixed shows they really did a great job at it too. They nailed the illusion in the preview trailer, but I don't think them tricking us was meant to be like a calculated jab or insult at the audience. I think it was just an unfortunately perfect coincidence. And hey, maybe we should be seeing it from a positive angle, because think about it. Maybe Liko and Dot saying that their own imposters have Mega Evolutions while they themselves don't? Who knows, maybe that could be the motivational spark for them both to want Mega Evolutions. After all, we know Mega Evolutions are still being pushed heavily in Horizons. They're on the poster for the Arc, the Mega Phalanx, Mega Lucario. Who's to say that Mega Phalanx couldn't end up being Liko's future Mega Evolution? We really don't know, man. And not to mention, I think we should be really relieved right now that Liko and Dot aren't getting Mega Raichus. Like, let's be for real, they would be some of the most boring options of all time if we're going to give them Megas. The writers can absolutely come up with Mega Pokemon that fit their characters way better than that. We don't need more Pikachu shilling, please. So yeah, this was a really funny, weird, messy, fascinating situation. It's such a ridiculous coincidence that fake Liko and Dot getting Mega Evolutions perfectly aligned with the big criticism of the series. To be honest, I just think it's the funniest thing ever. Literally a split-second shot in the preview trailer causing such a big controversy. Who could have seen that coming? So let me know what you think about this below. Do you think it was just a joke, or do you feel like it might have been intentional? And what Mega Evolutions would you give Liko and Dot if you had the choice? Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and come join our Discord server using the link in the description. Thank you to all of my incredible channel members on screen right now. That includes Juscadia, Toten, Not Mini, Hope, Shareborn J, Finny, Shiny. And on that note, thank you all so much for watching, and best wishes until we meet again.